What is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new video for you all today. Now, today's video is a special one because it's none other than skilling as well as money making, and it can be done in free-to-play. Free-to-play? That's right, I said it, free-to-play. Ladies and gentlemen, today I will be smithing rune two-handers for 10 hours. This is the best money making method that you can do as a free-to-player, and it's not too bad as a member either. The one requirement for this video is 99 smithing, and if you want to have the full amount of rune bars for a session of 10 hours straight of just smithing, you're going to need about 329.4 mil to purchase roughly 27,000 runite bars. Well, I waited all night, and when I logged in the next morning, all of my runite bars had been purchased. There we have 27,000 for roughly 12,200 GP each, spending about 329.4 mil. And we also got 805 gold back, so we'll take that. This will be the initial start point of how much money we are spending, and at the very end we're going to sell all of the rune two-handers. We're not going to be selling them in the grand exchange though, I'll explain that later, but once we sell them we'll see how much profit and how much XP I made in a time span of 10 hours. And the cool thing about this one is, as I mentioned before, I can actually access free-to-play worlds and do this just as the same as it would be done in members worlds. So I'll spend half of the video in membership worlds and the other half in free-to-play worlds. Alright, well, this should be a fun one. Let's go ahead and start that 10-hour timer. I think on my main account, Mr. No Sleep, there are 4 skills left on my account that I have not reached over 20 million experience in. And one of those 4 skills happens to be smithing. So I hopefully will be able to get 200k XP an hour while doing this method, and at the very end of the video I'll be over 20 mil smithing XP, so that'll be a nice milestone to finally check off the list. I think that leaves me with construction as well as fishing, mining, and herb lore, so well, looks like I have a couple more to do, but either way, a little bit of smithing today for you guys, just the chill skill one for you. More PVMing content to come soon, and also some very miscellaneous related videos. I can't wait to show you guys all the interesting ideas that I have upcoming for you all this month and next. As you can see, I'm not using the smithing outfit for this video, and I'm also not using the wieldable hammer, so I just need 27 free inventory spaces every single time because you need 3 runite bars to create 1 rune two-hander, and we all know that you know, 9 times 3 is 27, so yeah, you get 9 rune two-handers every single inventory, and then you just simply bank. You do run quite a bit while doing this, but not as much as if you were to make plate bodies, so there is that. And yeah, you don't need to worry about losing your energy. Even if you're wearing like full rune and you're in free to play, you do not run out of energy while doing this. Now, this rune two-hander was released into the game August 13th, 2001, and although I don't really have much previous information on what it was like to smith them in the other RuneScape, I can definitely tell you all about what it's like to smith them in this RuneScape, because honestly, I mean, there's not much difference really. I mean, maybe you can have like a familiar out if you're smithing them on RS3 these days. I'm not too sure how it works over there, but on Old School RuneScape it's just as simplistic as ever. Just click the anvil, click the bank, withdraw and deposit. There you go. So with that being said, 1 hour in so far, I only averaged about 195k XP that hour because I was slacking, but luckily I made up for it on hour number 2, and I did get back up to the normal rate of 200k XP an hour. As promised, here we are hanging out in free to play. I kind of hopped back and forth from free to play to members because I was doing herb runs in membership worlds, and then I was flexing my Zamarok and my max cape in free to play worlds. Yeah, a lot of people do this skill in free to play when they lose membership. It's kind of a great thing to do if you, especially if you have good amount of GP to spend to stack up on these runite bars. It's great XP. You're going to get similar XP rates in membership worlds, so you definitely don't need membership to do something like this, and it is one of the best methods for training smithing up in my opinion, especially when you account for the profit that you make. Well, let's go ahead and check out free to play PvP. Alright, well, looks like no one is here, so I might as well just do a little bit of smithing. Don't mind me. There we have 19 million at smithing XP, and also a guy named Potter. Wonder if that's young Harry Potter, or if it's just, you know, sipping on potions, you know, reference to that. Either way, 79 combat with an Inferno cape and free to play. Very impressive. Now, I do want to point out something that I found interesting about this money-making method on the old school RuneScape wiki, is that according to the wiki, you can make about 530k profit an hour from smithing rune items. That's like the most profit according to that. But what they don't account for is that they're expecting you to sell what you create in the Grand Exchange. And for this video, I did not sell these Rune 2H's in the Grand Exchange. And now that I'm at the halfway point, I can sort of explain a little bit more about this. And as I watch these two level 50s go at it and fight for their lives, I do want to point out that I did go AFK while I was on the phone, and someone did start attacking me with Fire Blast. Now, I don't know their full username, it just starts with the word Shadow. But yeah, just keep in mind, Shadow, I will look for you. I will find you. Now, I'm talking about in PvP worlds, of course. I mean, you know, come on. You know, as a matter of fact, I did see the movie Taken last night. It's a classic. It's really a classic. Classic Liam Neeson. He is, what a guy. What a guy. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, back to business. Smithing Rune two-handers. As you can see, we got the fashion scape looking a little differently now. I went from the Zamarok to the Santa hat, now to the red Halloween mask, as we now approach 6 hours into the video so far. 4 hours left to go. Well, the opportunity to make even more money on the side. I will certainly take part in Evil Pete's prison, and for my reward, what do we have here? 4 grimy snapdragons. Okay, how much for that? 50k. Oh man, 50k for a short little prison sentence. What do you guys think about that? Could you do that? $50,000 of whatever currency you accept for 1 month of your life in solitary confinement? I think I would do it, yeah, because, you know, it would like teach me about being mentally tough and all that stuff. I don't think I'd go crazy in a month, you know. If I haven't gone crazy at this point in my life, I don't think it's ever gonna happen. So 50k for a month, sign me up, baby. Where's Mr. Beast? What the heck am I talking about? Well, anyway, back to the video here. Now, keep in mind, if I were to sell these Rune two-handers on the Grand Exchange, they would sell for about 37,200, and I would profit roughly about 500k an hour, but I would lose out on a lot of extra money as we reach now 9 hours into the video, and also a beautiful accomplishment of 20 million smithing XP. Such an awesome number. I just love post 99 XP so much. Shout out to Alcan for inspiring me in 2011, #1 boss in my eyes forever. As we come to a close here, I am going to be selling these Rune two-handers to a friend of mine, and just like in my last video regarding the burnt food, this is the same exact Discord. They deal with a lot of people who sell and buy AUX, and one of my friends is actually a rank in this Discord. Yeah, this is not anything that's frowned upon. This is what a lot of players do in-game to avoid the taxes that the Grand Exchange makes us suffer through, and this is a way you can make so much more profit just by trading a player versus using the Grand Exchange. So the way you maximize your profit is using the All Bulks Discord. I'll leave a link in the description. Otherwise, you're going to be taxed over 700 GP per Rune 2H because of the 2%. So here we are selling the Rune two-handers for 342 mil. This is a number you can expect to get from anyone who's buying alkables, and as you can see, that leaves us with 12.6 mil profit in 10 hours. If I were to sell those Rune 2H's in the Grand Exchange, they would sell for, like I said before, 37,200, and I still would have profited, but I would have lost out on 7.2 mil. And for a 10-hour grind, that's losing out on over 720k an hour. So I really like the idea of still trading people in 2025, especially if you're going to make more GP versus if you were to use the Grand Exchange. That's all I really wanted to kind of show with this video, and also I thought it was really cool that you can make such good money smithing, even if you're just a free-to-player. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll leave the link to their Discord in the description if you want to check it out. If not, that's up to you. And a big thank you to the YouTube channel members with a special shout out to Gentle Jester, DeceptionZ, xXzoticx, and DaeDogGaming. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. No Sleep, out.